everybody, welcome back to the Wattpad Book Club. I'm your host, Phoenix, and today I have my lovely wife in call with me. I have Joline.
Hi!
Hi, Joline.
Hi, Cookie.
I dreamt of this day coming for so long.
You dreamt of this day?
Yes.
That's so romantic.
Yes, of going in a voice call with you and hearing your beautiful, angelic voice while we read gay fan fiction together. It's truly a dream come true.
It's truly wonderful. I've missed every moment of this.
It reminds me of days in high school where me and my friends would, like, pull up a Wattpad book that was really bad and we would reenact it with, like...
Reenact it?
Like,
hold on now.
We'll, like, hold the story, like, in, like, a script, and, like, someone would narrate, like, what we're supposed to be, like, doing, and we'll read our lines and shit. It's, like, a really shitty play, but it was really funny to us.
Is that what we did? Well, that's, like, half of what we did. But not with a very shitty fic, but with actually, let me plug your fic.
Oh god.
The, spicy snack.
Oh god, okay, good.
Oh.
what we did for Spicy Snacks, we read it.
You thought I was gonna plug Jim Bob?
I know, well, that was the only one I know of that we, like, really read together on the channel. I didn't...
No, I meant just in general, not on the channel.
Okay, good. I'd be scared. But yeah, Spicy Snacks. Yeah, we did a reading of that privately for the sixth chapter, yeah.
God, the evolution of your writing has been beautiful to look at.
Yeah. I went from writing full lyrics of Never Gonna Give You Up on the Jim Bub fanfiction to writing, like, chapter books. This is pretty good. Now I'm half tempted that after this recording, we'll just go through the Spicy Snacks chapters, like, one chapter at a time per recording session. So you could read it and you're like, interesting. I wonder what that means later.
Hey.
That's what you'll do, I can see it.
Interesting.
Yeah, hand out your chin too, like stroking it, and you're like, interesting. It's interesting wording right here.
I mean, you could use this word.
Yeah.
You spelled this wrong, by the way.
Dude, that's basically... Cameron looked at my fanfiction, he was like, how the fuck did you spell these words wrong? We're not here to talk about my fanfiction, which is on Wattpad if you guys want to read it, in AO3. We're here to talk about gay Italians and their gay turtle lovers, which is me and Joline's favorite thing to read about, apparently.
Absolutely. It is. It truly is.
Yeah, we're on fucking part 23 of, like, video-wise of Bowluigi, so it's our longest-running Wattpad book series right now.
Maybe we'll get to 30.
Give it up for day 50. Alright, we're on chapter 44 was the last one that brought up to me. What do we remember from last time?
They got to go home.
Oh yeah, that's right.
They got to
go home.
They got to give, like, official tours around the thing, you know.
And now they're being gay and shit.
They are being very gay. I'm very excited.
Oh,
isn't last chapter the one where it's like Bowser Jr. finally meets his grandma?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, Claudia, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was like a finally like full introduction because of all the court stuff that was going on in like the last arc. Yeah. That was cute. Are we going into Bowser and Luigi walking into Bowser's room now, or do they have separate rooms right now?
I don't know. I can't remember.
Well, fuck, we're gonna find out. Are they two bros chilling in a hot tub? Are they more than 5 feet apart, or are they like 2 feet apart?
There may be a couple inches apart.
Yeah, they'll be on top of each other.
Maybe they're not even apart.
Yeah.
Maybe they're...
Actually, are you about to say like they're inside each other?
Wow, that's crazy, Picky. Why would you even say that?
I thought that's where you were going with that.
And maybe it was, maybe it wasn't.
Alright, I have a coin. Would you like to be heads or tails?
We'll never know. I would like to be heads.
Alright, it's tails. I guess I'm reading first. I got cotton mouth. Hold on. Hey, at least, like, I'll butcher and stutter through the beginning of this, and then you'll finish the last chapter with, like, a beautiful, like, all articulated words. Alright, it's chapter 44. Surprise, surprise. Bowser sluggishly opened the door to his room and sleepily took off his shell before collapsing face first onto his nest. Oh, how he missed his blankets and pillows, the feeling of the bed he made for himself. The familiar scent of his kingdoms settled his nerves. He never wanted to be away from his home for that long, not only because of his home, but also to avoid ever having to deal with such a backlog of paperwork. He looked inside his office after he left Luigi, and his desk was cluttered with scrolls and documents patiently waiting for his seal of approval. Sure, the chain of command took care of things in his absence, but there was only so much they could do. Oh, when there was Cammy and the I almost said Dynamo. I have deadlock on the brain. Daimyo?
Daimyo?
Daimyo. What's this comment say? Does it translate? The comment just says who. No,
I'll never know.
I feel you, man. The king would understand Cammy's distress. He had disappeared for over a year, and he felt guilty about that since she had to come out of retirement. But why did she have to say that to Luigi? Why? Bowser groaned and burrowed deeper into his covers. It was embarrassing and not a set of thoughts he wanted to deal with right now. To make things worse, fuck.
You got it. You literally got it. Yes!
Yes! The feudal lords were moving back into the fortress and not wasting their time, fawning over him in hopes of garnering his favor. Bowser had been very happy not to acknowledge some of the... I'm just gonna call them dynamos, because that's a easy dynamo existence during his community service, since they did nothing but kiss his ass and follow him everywhere. But now he has to deal with them again and doesn't want to. He wanted to have time with Luigi, but he won't. Not until all the paperwork is done. During Pride Month? They're being homophobic.
Oh, wow. Terrible.
Furthermore, Bowser was not comfortable introducing his partner to the feudal lords, not yet at least. The thought of Luigi being subjected to the judgmental stares and thinly veiled score of the dynamo made Bowser's blood boil. They couldn't understand their relationship. The lords, who had been desperately offering up every daughter and son for a chance to enter the royal family, would see the human as nothing but a threat, and they would try to use him against him, twisting things into something ugly to gain leverage. No. Bowser wasn't ready to expose Luigi to that. Not until he had a plan. Not until he'd sorted through the mountain of paperwork he had piled up in his absence, and not until he could give Luigi a solid fighting chance. He had to sink back into his role of king, for his and his love's sake, but he couldn't do that if he didn't rest, so Bowser rolled into a more comfortable position and tried to get some sleep. He would deal with his courts once he got rid of his fatigue. Oh my god. Steam gathered on the mirror. Luigi wrapped the towel around his waist and wiped away the condensation from the glass, sighing in relief. His room had been stocked with every amenity he could possibly need. The bathroom had countless scents, softer than cotton towels and jeweled combs. Honestly, he didn't know why Bowser was worried. He had commented earlier about things not being up to the Mushroom Kingdom standards, but he didn't know this man was talking about, since Luigi was incredibly comfortable. There was not an ounce of shame when he said this place was better than Mushroom. Luigi only struggled with his bed, and even that was minimal. The bedding was some sort of bubble mattress in the middle of a hollow in the ground with thin blankets covering it. A metal frame somewhat surrounded it and extended to the ceiling. Luigi could only theorize it was to set up curtains. However, once he figured out how to lay down, the last night was the best sleep of his life. Once he was done getting dressed, he exited the bathroom and walked towards the balcony. Luigi leaned against the balcony railing, taking in the view of the capital. The city was a stark contrast to the quiet, pastoral landscapes of the Mushroom Kingdom. Here, the architecture was bold, towering spires of dark stone interspersed with steams of molten lava that flowed like rivers through the city, through the streets, Sawi. The air was thick with the scent of brimstone, but Luigi had grown accustomed to it surprisingly fast. There was a strange beauty to the place, a sense of raw power and intensity that fascinated him. Last night's dinner had been a somewhat peaceful ordeal. He had learned that the Darklands had a few things in common with Japan, which he was shocked he didn't realize at that point. He didn't know a lot about the place, but he knew just enough to see the similarities. For one, the food and the utensils they used were the same. The language, if he ignored the grunts and low growls mixed into it, sounded very similar to it. Damn. Luigi's cultured in this.
Hell yeah.
Furthermore, it had been delightful to see Bowser and his family act so natural. Actually, he could say it was delighted to have been included. Cammy had been welcoming, though she refused to apologize for her sordid comment earlier, and regaled Luigi with stories about Bowser's childhood. Claudia had even entertained some light conversation with him. The whole evening had been wonderful, and the food was delicious. Luigi wondered what he would do today. Almost every part of him wanted to go to Bowser and ask him to show him around the capital, but the king was back. After being gone for so long, surely he would have a lot of work to do. Luigi sighed. He had just woken up feeling really excited, and now it was fading away. Footsteps echoed in front of his doorway. His door slid open, revealing a Koopa maid. She stated that the king had summoned him. Not wasting any time, Luigi crossed the room and followed her through the halls. He somewhat recognized the path to the offices, but allowed the maid to guide him, lest he misremember and get lost. Luigi's mind raced as he followed the Koopa maid through the winding corridors. The excitement that had faded moments ago began to creep back up, mingling with nervous anticipation. What could Bowser want with him so early in the day? Did it have something to do with his return to the capital, or was there something more pressing at hand? As they neared the grand double doors of Bowser's office, Luigi felt his heart beat a little faster. He wondered what the Koopa was planning. The two stopped by a large wooden door. The maid knocked on the door, and Bowser's voice responded from within. She bowed slightly to Luigi and gestured him to go inside. The human muttered a thank you, then entered the room. Luigi stepped into Bowser's office, the door creaking slightly as it closed behind him. The room was spacious, lined with heavy, dark wood panels that gave it a regal yet intimidating atmosphere. The room was lit up by lava-filled lanterns. Shelves of books and cubby holes of scrolls lined the walls. Bowser was seated at his desk, engrossed in a copy of documents, but he looked up the moment Luigi entered. His expression shifted from focus to welcoming and loving instantly. Hey, Luigi. Hey, sorry, I couldn't go see you this morning, Bowser said. He took off his glasses and then motioned him to get closer. Luigi waved his hand around and as he walked. It's okay. I imagine you would be very busy, he responded. Though I didn't expect it to be so early. A hissing noise emanated from the back of Bowser's throat. He snorted smoke. It's all this damn paperwork. It's never ending. Luigi gave him a sympathetic look as he sat at the armrest of Bowser's seat. Oh, he's sitting on the fucking armrest because he's so tiny.
Aww.
The king gently took his hand into his clock. Everything okay? Have you eaten yet? Everything's fine, Luigi responded with a chuckle. I haven't eaten yet. I was hoping I can get breakfast with you, but... His gaze lingered on the noticeable piles of documents that littered the desk. He spotted a few broken pens, indicating how frustrated his significant other had been. Luigi didn't want to set him back on his work. I'll have someone bring something for us. I really need a break. Suddenly, Kamek appeared in the office. He shifted a few papers around and looked up. "Better make that a quick breakfast because there is a lot to be done," he responded. Bowser groaned and leaned his head on Luigi, the human side, but ultimately agreed to it. Such was the fate he made for himself once he decided to date a king. He watched as Kamek disappeared and then reappear a few minutes later with a tray of food. He disappeared once again to give them a moment of respite. The two sat and ate. Bowser asked how he was enjoying the castle so far, and Luigi did not hesitate to fawn over it. Even if the moment was somewhat timed, the two enjoyed themselves. Luigi reassured Bowser that he understood. As they finished their meal, Bowser leaned back in his chair, a content sigh escaping his lips. The food had been delicious, and the brief escape from his responsibilities had proven a much-needed break. Luigi smiled at him. "You know, I can help if you like," he asked. "We can divide the task between us three." "Yeah, but I don't want to make you work. You really don't have to." "Well, I don't like the idea of just relaxing while you're just working." The argument was valid, and Bowser knew it, so he decided to give in and began to explain how he could help. Luigi was rather pleased with himself about how quickly the king folded for him. As Bowser began to outline the task ahead, he found himself speaking more easily, the weight of responsibility feeling a bit lighter now that he wasn't carrying it alone. Luigi listened intently, nodding along as Bowser explained the intricacies of ruling the Koopa Kingdom. He was determined to help in any way he could. Kamek quietly observed from the corner of the room. In the corner? Like a fucking freak? What's it? What? Fuck. A million memes popped in my head. The one I remember the most is like, did you ask everyone if they consent? And it's like the two people being like, I consent, and then like a random third guy and be like, I don't. Kamek. Seeing their dynamic in such a situation was interesting, to say the least. It was like looking into the future. Sorry. Where Luigi was officially helping run the kingdom by Bowser's side. As Kamek watched, his mind raced with possibilities. The thought of Luigi becoming a more permanent fixture in the kingdom's operations was both intriguing and challenging. It wasn't just about adding help, it was about the potential shift of how things were done. He certainly hoped the relationship flourished for his son's sake and the future of the Darklands. The hours stretched on. Luigi and Bowser spent the next 3 days working their way through every scroll and document on his desk. The king was not joking when he said it felt endless. Every time they completed a pile, Kamek or Cammy would push another in its place. The only bright side of all this was Luigi got a chance to see Bowser in his element, and got a taste of what the Darklandian coffee was like. It was pretty much the closest thing to espresso in this world. Ugh. This whole pile is just invitations to stupid parties and ceremonies, Bowser growled. Luigi slurped on his coffee. Shouldn't you attend those? They aren't important at all, just nobles wanting to butter up for favors. He gathered the entire pile of invitations in his hand and set it ablaze, and then adjusted his glasses and worked on other paper. Luigi laughed through his nose at Bowser's reaction. Luigi watched as the flames devoured the invitations, a smile tugging on his lips. He found Bowser's frustration endearing, especially when he saw how passionately the king tackled his responsibilities, even if some of them felt trivial. His reaction yesterday had been the worst, considering he found old marriage request. Bowser had almost set the entire office on fire. Luigi set his mug down, trying his best not to burst into laughter. He returned his attention back to his work. As he did, Kamek reappeared. He seemed disturbed about something. Luigi turned to face him. Hey, what's wrong, Kamek? He asked. The mage opened his mouth to respond, but before he stopped and stared at Luigi for a moment, almost like he realized something. He put a hand in his hip. Luigi, are you familiar with Professor Alvin Glad? Wait, is this Professor Egad? Wait, I'm so ready for this, Joline. Fuck it, get him out of the Darklands. He's gonna go get a mansion. He's gonna make $1 million. He's gonna be rich. Luigi frowned, raised an eyebrow. Well, that was an odd and random question. The man scratched his face. No. I have not a single clue of who he is. Why? He responded. I asked because he's human. Bowser nearly choked on his drink at his father's words. Luigi stood up. Wait, there are other humans? Like, human? Not just happens to look human, like Daisy or Peach? He gasped. He's a human, just like you and your brother, Kamek responded. It's just, we haven't had a basis for what he was until now. So far, he is the only other human in the Darklands. Wait, he's been here this entire fucking time? I guess that makes sense. In the second movie, like the Galaxy movie, you see like some of his inventions that like Bowser Jr. has, so I guess that makes sense. But this came out before the Galaxy movie, so they predicted shit, right?
I guess so.
Dude, they're fucking geniuses. Get this guy an Oscar.
But wait, hold on.
Yeah, are you gonna look at the date when this was published?
No, wait. No, but like, you know that little part with the little, star tormenting a prisoner? They have that in here. Maybe they did just purchase the entire movie. What if it's just like one of the writers of the movie?
Yeah, they wrote like their own little thing and they have access to like the early scripts, so they're like, I can adjust this to be with gay people. I'm gonna rewrite it.
Gay people. Love
Beautiful.
gay.
That's how we got the Bowser and Mario kissing scene, because of that writer. Good job.
Exactly. Thank you so much.
Luigi went silent at the sudden news. Someone else had found the warp pipe and gone through it. He sat back down slowly, processing the revelation. His mind raced with questions, but only stood out more than others. Why is he here? Luigi asked, his voice barely above a whisper, which was totally what my voice was. Kamek adjusted his glasses and responded. It's not entirely clear. Professor Elvin Glad, or EGAD, as he's often known, has been here for quite some time. He's an inventor, brilliant, but eccentric. He's been here out of his volition, something about his dream research topic being here. Bowser finally regained his composure, setting his drink down with a hard thud. Are you telling us this now because? He sent us his distress signal. Judging from his tone, the fact that a distress signal was sent was incredibly unusual. Luigi nervously tapped his nublets on his lips. He just learned that there was another human in this world, and now those news were further soured by the prospect of they were in danger. Bowser stood up. I'll send a small squadron out to Boo Woods immediately. Let me go with them, Luigi said. Are you sure? Hearing the hesitance in Bowser's voice made him want to take it back, but they were Booland. But what were the Boo Woods that even was something... hold on. What were the Boo Woods that even was somewhat afraid of? So I did say it right. Okay, I'm gonna keep going before I have a fucking aneurysm. He picked at his gloves. Yeah, I mean, if he's in danger, I'm sure I can handle it. Plus, I think he'd appreciate seeing another human. Kamek and Bowser exchanged a look. His words were true. Plus, neither of them could personally go assist EGAD. After a silent conversation, the two agreed. Luigi would take 3 soldiers with them, 2 Koopa troops, and a Magic Koopa, and help EGAD. They would take a small ship and report directly to Bowser what was going on. The king stood up from his chair and escorted him to the docking bay. Luigi stood close to his side as they walked, his heart racing. He grabbed Bowser's hand and gently squeezed it. The Boo Woods aren't that bad, right? He nervously asked. Well, Bowser struggled to find the right words. It's technically out of my jurisdiction, but also not. It's really hard to explain. The place is just creepy. It probably is in his jurisdiction, but it's like ruled by like King Boo and shit. So that's probably like why. Like it's like iffy. Luigi's anxiety is slightly settled. Oh, it couldn't be that bad. And here Luigi thought it was some hellish landscape or something. It's kind of like a graveyard. Boos and other ghostly beings reside. Bowser added, oh, please be very careful over there. Oh, shit. Oh, no. No, no. Every fiber of Luigi screamed in panic as he fought against his self-restraint. Ghosts? Ghosts are real in this world? Luigi gripped on Bowser's hands tightly involuntarily as realization hit him. His mind raced, conjuring up images of ghosts creeping through the shadows, their cold, spectral hands reaching out for him. He forced himself to breathe, to focus on the warmth of Bowser's hand in his, a small anchor against the rising tide of fear. Because it was too late to say that he has phasmophobia. Hey, like the game!
Oh my god, the game!
Like the game!
The game.
I hope EGAD goes like, oh my god, another human, thank god you guys are here. A mansion showed up out of nowhere. And I'm gonna be like, oh shit, it's like Luigi's mansion all over again. I can only hope. You read this before. I can only hope.
We're getting close to the point where I have not read.
Oh my god, then you're gonna be surprised too.
Hold on. I'm scared. What are we at 45?
Yeah.
Yeah. We're just like a couple chapters, maybe 48, maybe?
Damn.
I think.
Lock in.
Okay, I'm locking in. Luigi and Bowser weave through the busy ship bay, avoiding machinery and workers. The small team that would be accompanying him to Boo Wood followed after them. As they headed for their awaiting vessel, Luigi was doing his best not to have a panic attack. He had a mission. He was not going to let his fear stop him. Why? Why did it have to be ghosts? Luigi had unfortunately grown up hearing ghost stories and other things of the like, courtesy of his uncles who found his frightened reaction to music. Not only that, but the neighborhood they lived in were paranormal fanatics. Halloween was a huge deal, even more than Christmas to them. So when spooky season came around, it was hell for Luigi, and Mario did not help in the slightest when he loved watching horror movies. As he grew older, Luigi kind of grew out of it. After all, he knew that the hauntings of some places were fake, or just CGI or props set up by attention seekers. But then he heard more ghost stories, ones that sounded so frighteningly real and unexplainable that Luigi couldn't find comfort in logic. And so, the phasmophobia stuck. Luigi? With a startled yelp, Luigi realized that Bowser had been talking to him. He turned to the king with an apologetic expression. I'm sorry, what did he say? Bowser narrowed his eyes. Are you okay? I'm okay, just a little nervous. Bowser narrowed his eyes. Luigi knew he was doing a terrible job at lying. If he could read his significant other, then the opposite was possible. However, he wanted to lighten Bowser's workload. Furthermore, he wanted to meet EGAD and find out how he'd gotten there. This was going to be an insane letter to Mario once he returned from his mission. So, Luigi insisted that he was fine to do this. The duo walked towards what looked like a marina, except instead of water. The skipper boat and other civil vehicles both floated on lava. The soldiers quickly headed toward the nearest boat and began boarding one of them. Luigi stared at the area and shrugged. How are the boats not melting? That's the beauty of tungsten, Bowser replied with a smug smirk. It's practically impossible to melt. Plus, the magma tamers have intensive cooling systems to keep everyone safe. You'll reach the outskirts of Boo Woods and then back here before you know it. Luigi focused on the new information on the Dark One's technology. It offered a distraction. Plus, he loved when Bowser boasted about his kingdom. He looked so happy and excited to talk about it. Suddenly, Luigi felt something wrap around his shoulders. Bowser clasped a cloak around him. This is made of ice flower fiber. It'll keep you cool while you walk around the area, he said. I thought power-ups couldn't grow in the Darklands, Luigi asked. They can't, but I snagged a few during our travels, to see if we could grow them. Luigi adjusted the cloak around his shoulders, the warmth of Bowser's hair lingering in the fabric. The magma tamer's steady movement over the churning lava felt almost comforting with the king by his side. Bowser's expression softened as he knelt to Luigi's level, his concern evident in his eyes. Once you've helped EGAD, get back home quickly. I don't like the idea of you being here for too long, Bowser said, his voice mixed of authority and worry. Luigi smiled, sitting on his tiptoes to put a kiss on Bowser's cheek. I'll be right back. Promise. With a final squeeze of Belter's hand, Luigi sat down, feeling a mix of determination and reassurance. You're not gonna do the thing?
They're gay. They're gay as shit. They're gay.
Oh, the other thing.
Determination like an Undertale.
The game you refuse to play.
Yeah. I love rage baiting.
How fucking dare you?
One day. Maybe in my lifetime.
Maybe. I'm gonna... Guys, viewers, one of these days, you're gonna have a stream, and it's literally Phoenix strapped to a chair, and they're gonna be forced to play Undertale.
It's like, I want to go home. You're like, not until you beat Sans.
Not until you finish this part. And then you're gonna get your cute little break. It's gonna be 2 weeks, and then next, and then be back in the chair. As they crossed the sea of lava, the heat was overwhelming. But the magma tamer glided smoothly over the molten waves. Soon, the ashy shore loomed ahead, and a small group pulled the magma tamer onto the blackened sand. Luigi's eyes scanned the landscape. Charred trees with skeletal limbs stretched toward the sky, creating an eerie, desolate atmosphere. What could have once been a vibrant forest was now a graveyard of wood, the air heavy with the scent of ash and decay. Luigi took a deep breath, feeling himself for the task ahead. This place looks a bit familiar, he whispered to himself. He looked around, trying to get his bearings. Luigi's eyes immediately focused on the crumbling castle in the distance. One of its towers was half collapsed into the lava. He was in the same area he landed in. His eyes widened in shock. Wow, it's been a year since that happened? It's insane to think that he was back here once again. We should keep moving. Ooh, something just happened.
What happened?
Oh.
What happened?
So,
Don't leave me in suspense.
Sorry. It was like I'm scrolling, right? And then it suddenly dropped. And I was like, ah.
Oh.
Like here. Like, and I lost my place. Don't worry, I got you. Got it. We should keep moving, Jean's voice interrupted his thought. This is a graveyard. We're lucky we haven't been swarmed by dry bones. Luigi shuddered as he recalled the memory. Yeah, let's get out of here. The group headed towards the dead forest. Ash, branches, and bones crunched beneath their feet. Luigi pulled the cloak closer to him. His eyes darted around, looking for threats. He caught up with the Magic Koopa. He recalled her name being Onyx, and nervously glanced at them. So, how do you fight Booze? Onyx waved her hand, moving some logs away. You can't fight ghosts, at least not physically, she replied. It's hard to say. There are many kinds of Booze. Beauty is magic. However, it just stuns them. So, if Egad's in trouble, how are we supposed to defend ourselves? Luigi asked. Get in, grab the old man, and get the fuck out, Kai added. That's the plan. That plan sucked. However, Luigi was not too surprised. You can't exactly punch a ghost in the face, and it'll leave you alone. The man sighed, his breath visible in the chilly, oppressive air of the dead forest. The trees loomed overhead like twisted skeletons, their barren branches clawing at the overcast sky. A distant hoot of an unseen creature sent a shiver down his spine. Great, we were basically walking into a haunted house on arms, Lucy muttered under his breath. Onyx glanced at him, a small smirk playing on her lips. Don't underestimate the power of quick feet and a sharp mind, Priest. Sometimes escaping is the best form of defense. Jean, leading the way with confident stride, turned back and flashed a reassuring grin. Besides, you're telling me Egad hasn't created some sort of ghost-repelling measures? I can't confirm nor deny because I don't know him, Luigi replied. What's this guy's deal? Why is he here? Honestly, no idea. He helped King Bowser a few years ago, then moved here. A sudden rustling halted their conversation. The trio froze, eyes darting towards the source. From behind a cluster of dead bushes, a pair of glowing yellow eyes stared back at them. Luigi's heart leapt into his throat. What was that? Before anyone could respond, a small, shadowy figure darted from the bushes and scampered across the path, disappearing into the darkness. It was just a harmless woodland critter, but the tension remained thick in the air. Onyx exhaled slowly, relaxing her grip on her wand. Let's keep moving. The more we linger, the more attention we attract. They continued deeper into the forest, the environment growing colder and more sinister. Hold on. With each step, wisps of fog curled around their ankles. And distant echoing laughter seemed to mock their presence. After what felt like hours, they arrived at the clearing where the remains of an old, decrepit mansion stood. Its once grand facade was now reduced to crumbling walls and broken windows, the perfect lair for restless spirits. Luigi's knees almost buckled at the sight. The mansion seemed to breathe malevolence, its darkened windows like empty eyes staring into his soul. Every instinct screamed at him to turn around and run. He turned to the others. I mean, Ecab likes it here, so he should be fine, right? Dude. Onyx hit his arm with her wand. Luigi grimaced and rubbed his arm, muttering an apology. He shook his head, then forced himself to walk towards the main entrance. He tried not to notice the empty and cracked fountain, or how he felt eyes watching him from the dusty windows. With renewed determination,
Like an unchap?
Luigi took the lead, pushing open the creaky wooden door. It groaned loudly, almost as if protesting their entrance, but eventually gave way, revealing the dark, musty interior of the mansion. The air inside was thick, with the scent of mold and decay. The floorboards creaked ominously beneath their feet. Shadows danced across the walls as they moved, their flashlights barely piercing the gloom. Every corner seemed to hold a lurking threat, every sound amplified in the oppressive silence. Stay close, Onyx whispered, her wand held at the ready, casting a soft, protective glow around them. They made their way through the grand foyer. The remains of the old sorry, I thought about that meme, where it's like, I don't remember which Kardashian. It was like, can you come to the foyer? And then it's like, if they come down, it's like, is that a chicken?
I know which one you're talking about. Kylie Jenner to the foyer. I have a little surprise for you. Is that a chicken? I love it.
They felt out of place. Luigi's eyes lingered on the suits of armor, their polished surfaces oddly untouched by the decay that exuded the rest of the mansion. They stood like silent sentinels, gleaming in the dim light, their presence both unsettling and out of place in the crumbling foyer. Those armor sets, they're too clean, Luigi muttered, unease breaking at the back of his neck. It's like someone just put them there. A quiet creaking, almost inaudible, echoed through the room. Onyx was the first to realize that. She looked at the armor behind Luigi and saw it lift its blade above its head. Onyx's eyes widened in alarm. Luigi, move! Without thinking, Luigi dove to the side just as the armor's blade came crashing down, splitting the floor where he had stood only moments before. The impact sent a jolt through the ground, dust cascading from the ceiling. Jean and Kite lunged to Luigi's aid, attacking from opposite sides with their hammers. The sound of metal clanking jostled the mansion. Luigi rolled on his back and shed a blast of lightning. The armor set went flying, crashing against the front door before landing outside. Luigi panted as he slowly got to his feet, his breath coming in ragged gasps. A yelp escaped him when he heard chilling laughter. The other armors playing loudly, their visors moving to mimic the sound. The wisps of green and blue smoke escaped their joints. Then, abruptly, they stopped. No movement, no laughter, just an eerie silence. Luigi raised an eyebrow, puzzled by the sudden stillness. Suddenly, a blue ghost lunged at his face. Luigi let out a startled scream, stumbling backwards as the ghost's translucent form flickered with malevolent energy. Glowing eyes locked onto him with a predatory gleam. The ghost cackled, a high-pitched, eerie sound that sent shivers down Luigi's spine. "Get away from him!" Jean shouted, hurling her hammer at the ghost. It passed right through, accomplishing nothing. The ghost circled Luigi, taunting him with bursts of laughter, its form shifting and distorting in the dim light. Tracking its movements was nearly impossible. The ghost was too fast, too erratic. Kai seized Luigi, shouting about moving to another room, and meanwhile dragging him along without waiting for a response. Meanwhile, Onyx and Jean fought to provide cover, but their actions always seemed to amuse the ghost rather than deter them. Luigi struggled to get up, but his legs betrayed him. He fired lightning bolts in desperation. The burst of energy seemed to have some effect. The ghost screeched, freezing up slightly and rubbing their eyes as they recoiled from the brief, blinding light. The Hammer Sisters and Onyx managed to get Luigi into a nearby room and slammed the door shut behind them, panting and wide-eyed. I don't know what the door's gonna do. Can't ghosts phase through doors?
Yeah, ghosts can fucking phase through walls and doors and shit. I don't know what they think that this is. Like a cat?
I mean, hey. Do what they can. That's what, if it eases the mind, it eases the body, you know?
Yeah.
With some distance from the ghost, the Magic Koopa reached into her cloak and began scattering salt in a circle around the room. Luigi sat up, placing a hand on his chest to calm his racing heart. They were real. The ghosts were genuinely real. The implications were overwhelming, and Luigi wasn't ready to process them just yet. He just shook his head and surveyed the room.
I'm sorry, are you yawning over Bowluigi?
My apologies! I don't blame! I love Bowluigi, I promise! I promise!
You have to believe me!
Like the rest of the house, it was covered in dust and cobwebs. It resembled an old garage, cluttered with tools and boxes. In the center of the room sat an old car. Luigi approached it cautiously, eyes widening as he recognized it. "What the hell? It's a Ford Model T," he whispered. "That's a what?" Gina asked, puzzled. Luigi ran a hand over the metal, his voice filled with awe. "It's a vehicle from my world. A really old one," he explained. He adjusted his hat and circled the car. Despite its vintage appearance, it was clearly newly made. This had to be the work of Egad. As an inventor from Earth, might have crafted this quirky project. Luigi had to hand it to the guy. It was impressively well made. Bark, bark! I can't bark! Something rattled inside the car. Luigi scrambled back, fist clenched and ready to zap the ghost with lightning. The Model T shifted and came to a halt as the trunk popped open. Onyx swore under her breath. This halt was meant to keep ghosts out, but it might have unintentionally trapped one or two inside. Luigi cautiously approached the back of the vehicle, bracing himself for one of those green or blue ghosts to leap out. But instead, what he saw was a ghostly pit bull. The phantom canine floated in the air, barking and pawing at something in the trunk. A red color jingled with its movement. Its blinked eyes locked onto Luigi and howled at him, tail wagging energetically. A smile tugged at Luigi's lips. "Oh, excuse me." "Hey, buddy, what are you doing in there?"
I'm imagining that Polterpup sounds like that one. I don't know if you get it's on TikTok sometimes. Of this like fat dog that his owner like rage baits with treats, and he howls and just goes woo. That's what Polterpup sounds like to me. Just the raging dog.
It's like a little brat dog, isn't it?
Yeah. And like yeah, like they'll hand the tree and then they'll close their hand to cover the tree and the dog gets pissed off.
Yes. The pitbull made a wooing sound and bounded towards him, its tail wagging so graciously it looked like it was waddling. It sniffed at Luigi's legs and pawed at him. Surprisingly, Luigi could feel the dog's paws and the coldness of its nose. He scratched the dog's face and read the name on the tag. Polterpup, glimmering on the silver. Hey! Luigi glanced up to see the others nervously eyeing Polterpup, their weapon still raised. The pitbull wagged its tail and approached them, seemingly unfazed by their aggression. Luigi raised a hand in a calming gesture. It's okay, guys. I think he's on our side. The others. I'm sorry. I just think about the meme. I'm sorry. I keep thinking about meme with the white women with the white women taming any animal that's out there.
That's a fucking good one.
Luigi's the white woman taming all these species. He's gonna get one ghost dog, and he's gonna have 3 ghost dogs, and then he's gonna run a ghost dog sanctuary.
Why have 1 ghost dog when you can have 5? Why have 5 ghost dogs? You can have
9. Good credit, bad credit, no credit, ghost credit.
That's a Subaru.
Okay. I think I'm done with references.
We just fucking reference Vines for the rest of this episode.
Reference these Vines in your next thing.
Yes.
If I can get all of them, by the way. If I can get the point.
Every category is Vine related.
Yeah. Polterpup glanced at them for a moment, before floating back to the trunk of the car. Luigi followed, intrigued by what had captured the dog's attention. Inside the trunk, he found a model vacuum with straps on the back, resembling a backpack, and a flashlight attached to the side. Luigi picked up the flashlight and pressed the button, causing a quick flash of light that startled him. Polterpup yelped and froze midair. Luigi's eyes widened in alarm, worried he had somehow hurt the pup, but after a few moments, Polterpup floated to the ground, acting as if nothing happened. Luigi examined the device, and considering Onyx's earlier comment about ghosts only being able to be stunned, the reaction of Polterpup and the effect of the flashlight suggested that bright flashes of light could be effective. What did you find, Luigi? Jean asked. Luigi strapped the vacuum to his back and closed the trunk. Polterpup jumped around him, apparently pleased with the outcome. The Koopas tilted their heads at the contraption. Luigi grabbed the nozzle and said, I think this is some sort of weapon, one that stuns ghosts. Now that he had it on, it greatly reminded him of a proton pack. Luigi was very tempted to say it out loud, but none of the soldiers would have understood the reference. He was starting to feel Mario's absence. This is me when I'm with some of my other friends and I want to talk about some meme or Vine and then you're not there.
Yeah, just text me and be like, you remember this Vine? And be like, yeah, I do, man. Like it was yesterday. Just like pre-Shavaka do.
Pre-Shavaka do? Oh, dude, they were so confused. But anyway. Onyx walked around him. How does it work? She asked. Luigi scanned the nozzle and pressed a button. The vacuum rattled as it began to inhale objects around them. Polterpup sat down, letting himself slowly get dragged towards it. Luigi yelped and pressed another button. This time, the pup was pushed away. The human connected with a dot, and then sighed. I figured it out. I could use the flashlight to stun them, and then vacuum them into this holding tank. I crossed her arms. Why do you sound so thrilled about that? She asked sarcastically. There's only one of these. I'm gonna have to wander the mansion alone. Not happening, Jean interjected. We can't let you go there by yourself. This place is swarming with ghosts. Luigi was more than aware of that fact. However, they couldn't waste time, slowly searching each room. The ghosts were mischievous, and in the attempted homicide is funny kind of way. Stars knew what happened to Egad. All he could hope that he was hiding in some room, either waiting for rescue or for the ghosts to leave on their own. He felt paws stretch at his pant leg. Polterpup headed to another door, then looked back at him. It was almost like he was waiting for him to follow. Luigi hummed. If this was Egad's dog, he most likely knew where he was. That would definitely speed things up. Luigi was here, maybe a few minutes, and he was already ready to get the hell out of here. The man in green shouldered the vacuum, then sighed. We don't have a choice, he replied. I'll follow Polterpup. I think he's trying to lead me to him. While I do that, 2 of you can secure the first floor. We need the exit clear. Onyx stepped forward. I can cast some light spells. They should work like that flashlight. And I'll go with Luigi. The king would incinerate us if we left him alone, Jean said. I'll stay here with Onyx. If the ghost possessed something, I could definitely do some damage on it. Armed with a plan, they agreed to meet back up in an hour with any new findings. Luigi had a deadly grip on the vacuum. He gritted his teeth and pushed forward. At least, he had the comfort of finding Polterpup, who was definitely keeping his dog. This man's just stealing that EGAD's dog.
Wait, do you know the...
He's not gonna return it.
You know
that dog's gonna be the flower girl at the wedding.
Yeah. Do you know the fucking meme? It was like, when the magician asked me to pick a card, so I take his credit card from his wallet, and it's the guy fucking slowly zooming. That's Luigi taking Polterpup from EGAD. Slowly
Truly.
coming in with the hand already extended to grab him and leave. Oh, I love Bowluigi, man. This shit's I can't believe we're getting Luigi Mansion arcs.
I'm so glad you're happy with it.
But yeah,
I've been waiting for this reveal for at least 10 chapters.
It's so fucking...
Because I remember you would ask something.
Yeah. Wait, did I really, like, ask about Luigi's Mansion at some point?
I not asked about it, but you had, like, you know, you had mentioned Luigi's Mansion, and I was dying to tell you.
Yeah. This is so cool, man. I remember, like, Let's Playing it, like, really early onto my, my YouTube journey back, so it's really cool to, like, see it again, in a way. It's not exactly... This more reminds me of, Luigi's Mansion 2, like, Dark Moon kind of vibes instead of the first one. But, like, dude, it's so good, though. I love Polterpup. Polterpup is the best! But you know what else is the best?
What?
You, Pookie.
Thank you, Pookie.
Second best,
but no,
the wheel.
You're the best.
Oh shit! Oh shit! Okay.
Third?
Third is the wheel.
Third is the wheel, and then we change minute to minute.
Yes. Yeah, each minute it's either me on top or Joline on top, or we're sharing being tops.
On top? Pookie.
Shit. Tucking my hair behind my ear type shit.
This is just like us talking about creaming together.
No, let's not bring that up. I forgot the ice part, my bad.
You can cut that out, it's fine.
Alright, we'll time. Alright, Teru fanfiction, please. And Bowluigi, what do you want?
You know what I want.
Alright. It sounds like I was ordering a meal, and then it was like, alright, pull up, ho! And I'm like, I didn't even get to finish! Alright. Jinx and Echo. We're back at it.
Nice.
Sorry,
how far are we in that one again?
This would be the fourth part of it?
Fourth part, but like...
I don't know.
How far? Oh, we're like maybe a quarter.
Yeah. I got far.
We do like 3 parts each time, right?
Yeah.
Oh shoot! Oh no! I just got spoiled.
No. Well, it was 2 people coming back before, right? That were dead.
No, I just got spoiled. Anyway, I'm not gonna tell you because then you'll get spoiled.
How'd you get? How does this even happen?
I'm
sorry that happened to you, Pookie. You get 5
it's
big
really
bones.
rough out here.
Boom, boom.
Where are they?
The booms?
No, where's the boom?
Oh. they'll come in like 3 to 5 business days, trust.
Thank you. So you're mailing them to me?
Yeah, I'll mail you the booms.
Not even like first class?
Actually, no, I'll just drive by your house and chuck the booms through the window. That way you'll get them like express next day shipping. Alright, I feel good.
I also feel good.
That's right. I can't believe we're gonna be reading straight shit during Pride Month, the fuck.
Sorry, we gotta spin the wheel again. I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Yeah, like, I can't do it. We need
Nah, gay shit
polyamory,
only.
or we need gay shit.
We got polyamory, we got lesbians.
Oh, we do have lesbians.
Polyamorous lesbians and
yeah.
gay shit.
Yeah, we got different kinds of gay shit. And we have Terror. He's the bi representation that I guess we asked for.
I know you certainly did.
Yeah, I know I fucking did. I love that little stupid chud so much, man.
I know you do.
I think
you love that chud.
I love that chud. I have a personal commission done of that stupid chud that's currently on my desk right now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's that Terra plushie that I have.
Oh yeah. I thought you meant like a drawing commission.
Oh, like, dude, I know Sage would fucking like shoot me in the head if I asked for a Teru Manaki drawing, like on like a Yumi ship like piece of art. He would fly down just to slit my throat. But would it be worth it? Hell yeah, it would be fucking worth it. So you know how like sometimes you'll think of someone, you can hear their voice, so like
yeah.
I have like
I love doing that.
I got like a distinction of me saying that, and then I have to. I just got like Sage's voice in my head that's just like, no! Phoenix! No! I'm not doing that! I'm not drawing this chud! I'll find someone. If I pay them enough money, maybe they'll just give me a little side eye and that's it before they draw it. And we'll get tackled to the ground and I don't know, screamed at.
It'd be kind of fun.
Yeah. Joline, beautiful, sweet Joline. My Pookie baby.
Yes, my beloved Pookie.
Yes, thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it.
Poor Pookie.
Yes.
I love being here.
Yeah, I love reading gay fanfiction with you. It really brightens my day.
Of course. We could read even more gay fanfiction one day.
Yes.
Maybe one day I could see you in person to read gay fanfiction.
Yeah, oh my god, the ride to the next con, we're gonna be, we should like sit in the back seat and just read.
In the back and record.
No, like, I mean, I don't think
not record.
Yeah, just like, we'll pull up like the same fanfiction and then
Poor Cameron, he's gonna hear us read this shit aloud.
Yeah, it might be
we gotta do something especially heinous.
Yeah.
2 other people? Who?
It might be an infant and mirror, but we gotta work out carpooling.
Oh, okay,
gotcha. Get closer. Yeah, all 5 of us in one car. I'm thinking mine. Mine can fit 5 people and they're pretty good.
Yeah, yours is a beautiful car.
Yeah. Just they're trying to get some sleep and we're in the fucking corner.
Why are they gonna sleep? Well, there's no time for sleeping.
Cameron has to, like, not be sleeping, so he's gonna endure it. Driving, and we're gonna be in the corner reading gay fan fiction out loud and, like, and reenacting it in, like, dialogue.
It'll be very... reenacting it might not be able to do all that now.
Yeah, you're right. That's for later.
Wow, Pookie, what kind of fics are we reading?
I got the perfect one. Bowluigi.
Oh my god, who's gonna be Bowser and who's gonna be... Are you gonna be Luigi since you're Italian?
Yeah, I'm Italian. It's my rep. I have to. and you can be my...
It takes a monster to tame an Italian.
Yes!
It takes a beast to tame an Italian.
You're right, it does. That's why it's so hard for... Never mind.
No! Speak your truth, Pookie. You know I ain't gonna do it.
It had to do with Cameron, and then put him underneath that. I'll leave it at that. Anyway, Joline, thanks for joining. There's gonna be a playlist on screen with all the other Wattpad book covers I've done, including with Joline. There's Honeybee, there's Sage, there's Weirdo, and there's Lego. You want to see specific people, read specific stuff, check out the playlist. Also, the last one on screen was actually me and Joline reading the Teru one. So if you haven't seen Teru, part 5, make sure you check that out. It was really good. We did it. we're no longer dating that fuck-ass twink. And you'll see why if you watch that video.
Yeah, fuck that
Fuck
stupid
that
ass
twink.
Hate that guy. Hate that guy so much.
Yes. Alright. Any final words?
Happy Happy
Happy
Pride.
Yeah.
I was like, is this Pride? Does this come out during June? Nah.
No, it's July 2nd when this comes out, but like we're recording it in June. That counts.
Bye.
Bye guys. Bye.
Bye.